I'm still not over it. You're still not over it. But we still got to talk about it. We're 2 days removed from the Ravens dropping the season opener, the NFL opener, to the Kansas City Chiefs on Thursday night. And although the Ravens were losers, there were still some winners. There are some losers as well. We'll go through all of those. But there were still some winners. And that's exactly where we're going to start off with Isaiah Likely. And I know I talked about him yesterday. And I know I talked about him the day before. But I can't stop talking about him. The kid was unreal. 9 receptions, 111 yards, a touchdown, 49 yards was his longest on that touchdown run. Now, he did get injured very late in the game. Lamar missed him on that kind of corner route on the end zone. Looked like it was a shoulder injury. Kind of has me thinking at this point, like you saw him 2 plays later. He came back in the game, so he was good enough to go back in. But now I'm thinking like 2 days later, I'm like, did he just fake that to get the timeout? Like, and I know the clock wasn't running or anything because it was an incomplete pass, but did he just fake that to get everybody? I don't know. Maybe. He did look kind of hurt, but man, I mean, look at this, guys. Just a moment of silence. Just a moment of silence. I mean, you're a toe away from having a chance to go for 2 and win this game. And I love that, by the way. We haven't really talked about that a lot. The fact that John Harbaugh was out there saying 2, he was wanting it. And like, that's the play there, right? You're in Arrowhead, the defending Super Bowl champion's home, against a guy who's the Grim Reaper when it comes to overtime games. Go for 2, try to win the game, right? Go for 2, try to win the game. They tried. But Isaiah Likely at the end of the night, he was a star. He stole the show. And like, I don't even think, he was the biggest winner of both teams. 100%. Maybe Xavier Worthy, but fantastic game from Isaiah Likely. We will be seeing him in the end zone a lot this year. I can promise you that. So that's my biggest winner. I'll get to another winner later. Who was your biggest winner tonight? I'm assuming it was Likely as well. And if you say so, just comment it down there in the comment section. Let me know. Our next up, we go to our losers. It's Lamar Jackson. And I don't want to piggyback on Lamar Jackson too much. And I still love Lamar Jackson. And I don't want to come across like I'm saying he's a loser. I'm saying he was a loser in this game. I'm saying he was not a winner in this game. You're a quarterback who's a 2-time MVP, expected to lead your team to a Super Bowl championship. You got to make Super Bowl throws. And he didn't. And he'll have 16 games left this season to prove himself. But he did it. Now, he was phenomenal when it came to the stat department. Maybe not in the percentage, like completion percentage. 273 yards and a touchdown through the air. And then 122 yards on the ground. And again, it's not easy for him when he has 0.2 seconds every single play. And I'll get into that in just a little bit later. Don't want to tease too much, but I think you know where I'm going with that. He made the best of what he got tonight. But still, he could have been better. And so, no, I don't think Lamar Jackson is a loser. But he is on my losers list from Thursday night's game. To the winners. Back to some positivity. Unfortunately, my last winner from tonight, that's Rashod Bateman. I know at the end of the day, he only had 2 catches. But still, like, he made a play when you needed him to make a play. 2 catches, 53 yards. His longest was that 38-yard catch to get the Ravens within the 10-yard line. And we talked about it on the postgame of the live show on Thursday night. We said, I sat here, I said, and I even think I talked about it in the pregame, and the pregame from Thursday morning. We need a guy to step up and replace Odell Beckham Jr.'s production. We don't need a guy to step up and get 1,000 yards receiving. We have Zay Flowers for that. We just need a guy to get 500, 600, 700. And Rashod Bateman is the guy that you're looking to for that. And it's not necessarily, you could say, Joey, he only got 50 yards tonight, right? That's not a ton. But he made the catches when they needed to be made. He made the plays when it mattered the most. He gave this team a chance, made a phenomenal catch. Lamar made a great throw. He made a phenomenal catch. So Rashod Bateman, he's one of my winners tonight. Now, before we move on to my next 2 losers, I got to give a shout out to today's sponsor, and that, of course, is Game Time. If you want a place to go that has last-minute tickets, views from receipts, and the lowest price guaranteed, then go ahead and check out Game Time. If you are so excited that the football season's finally here and want to get tickets to the big game locked down, you're going to want to give Game Time a shot. Game Time is the only place I go when I'm trying to get tickets to any college football or NFL game. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so that you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. The tool highlights the best deals, including great and amazing deals, which are the highest value seats at the time. For some events, Game Time Picks also identifies a super deal, which is the best seat value in the venue. One of my favorite things about Game Time is they kind of reward you for being a procrastinator. They have last-minute flash deals, and the prices actually go down the closer that it gets to kickoff. I know a lot of times I'm like, ooh, I want to go to that event, but I don't know if I want to do that 2 months in advance and blah, blah, all that stuff. Well, the closer you get, the prices go down. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It is game time. Now to the losers. And I'm going to play spoiler. We have 2 losers left on this list. So 3 losers, 2 winners. I'm going to talk about the offensive line for a second. And I'm not going to give up all hope for the offensive line. And I'm not going to say, oh, this season's shot because of the offensive line. But at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson averaged 2 seconds per drop back until he was being pressured. And I'm not even talking about the penalties yet. But there were so many penalties. Illegal formations, holdings when there shouldn't have been holdings. I love Tyler Linderbaum. He's the best offensive lineman we've got on this team. But you got to know, Lamar's already past the guy. You don't have to hug him. Ronnie Stanley, learn what an illegal formation is. Line up in the correct spot. Roger Rosengarten finally got some action tonight. His first play, Chris Jones absolutely blew by him. Derrick Henry didn't have a great day running the football, and that's because he was met in the backfield every 0.5 seconds. And yes, you totaled 452 yards on the day. You got 185 yards rushing. But 130 of that is just Lamar Jackson making plays when the pocket collapses. So you have some things to hang your hat on, but you have a lot not to. And I know that I said, there will be growing pains, and I'm still being patient, okay? I'm still being patient, but the penalties were the problem. The penalties were a problem. And you got to get through that. And I'm not giving up hope. This offensive line is going to look a hell of a lot different in 8 weeks than they do right now. They haven't played many games together. With Tyler Linderbaum being out in practices, they barely had any mini practices together. They're going to be better, but Thursday night, they weren't great. To my last loser, got Justin Tucker. And I'm not saying that if he makes that kick, you win the game. Because it's likely that the ending score is still the same. But still, you're the best and most accurate kicker of all time. And you've got a chance to put your team within 3 points. You got to make the kick. Okay? I know you're Justin Tucker. And I know, at this point in your career, some people are he can't do no wrong. But you got to make the kick, okay? It's just that plain and simple. You got to give your team a chance to be closer in games. You need to be relied on. I know he can be relied on, and I know he will be relied on, but, come on, man. Come on. Do your job, kind of. Do your job. So, you heard my losers. You heard my winner. Who do you think's the biggest loser from last night against the Chiefs? Do you think it was Justin Tucker? Do you think it was one of the offensive linemen? Or do you think it's, one of the coaches? Maybe Marlon Humphrey for thinking there was safety help behind him and getting burned by Xavier Worthy. I don't know. Whoever it is, let me know down there in the comments section. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. It's been a blast last couple of days covering the Ravens for you guys, and I'm just happy the NFL season is here. So hit that subscribe button because there's nowhere better to be if you're a Ravens fan, and you guys have a fantastic Saturday.